be up against a Seahawks team that wants to be able to control the pace.
All right, Larry, thank you very much. We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Seattle Seahawks and the Los Angeles Rams. They go play action here on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Sheldon Richardson in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result?
Sack.
Quarterback gets hit.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. He'll drop to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's brought down after a good gain. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing. And they got it done.
And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
On 2nd down, they'll try and run the counter. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Detroit. Back that up, Philly. Here we go.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. On 1st and 10, Rasmussen. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Here we go, Detroit!
Back to the air on second down. Rasmussen. We got a man over the middle. It's Woods. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And that is incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up third down.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
Let's go! Detroit!
To throw on third down, Rasmussen. It's brought in by Doxson. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Detroit! Here we go now!
Now a play fake here on first down. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And he is knocked down from the side. Right there around the 35-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first. On first down, they go with Dixon. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Looking to throw on second down. Rasmussen. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. And here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on third down. Operating from the gun, Rasmussen. He'll rifle this one deep right. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. On first and goal, Dixon. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down. This offense 2 for 2 on third downs on this drive. This is the most important of them all. Third and goal. From the gun, Rasmussen. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
So they get 3. They were hoping for 6. An unlucky number 13 play drive.
Well, you go to the sideline after putting 3 points on the board, happy, but you wanted to be ecstatic. You wanted to have 6 on the board. On the opposite sideline, though, the defense, I think they're high-fiving each other, only giving up 3 after letting them run that much offense.
Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast, and a big sack. Now a handoff as they run left side. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets them back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. They'll set up to throw. Steps away to his left. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment. But there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Right back to Dixon. And he coughed it up. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it. And somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
Looking to throw. Rasmussen. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Aaron Donald. He's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up 4th down. On 4th down on now is the lefty Ryan Allen to punt. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. This from 54 yards away. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
So after the missed long field goal attempt, this offense set up nicely at the 44-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39.
Back to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he's going to be run over. hit hard as he'll be marked down. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. And he'll give it here to his running back as he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
On the give, this is their fullback. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Now back to throw. Eluding the pressure. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Malik McDowell in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. And out now come the Seahawks. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. To throw on 2nd down. Rasmussen. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. 1:59 to go in the first half. We're back to the City of Angels after this timeout. And the Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun, Rasmussen. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So here's the punter, Ryan Allen, to kick this one away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. The last couple of drives have ended in punts. Maybe the crowd minds that, but you're a defensive guy. You're okay with a couple of punt drives.
Listen, I'm the guy that loves a 0-0 pitch game. All right, in baseball, I can handle that going into the 7th inning. I think the crowd, though, they want to see a little bit more excitement. Let's see if someone can break something free on offense and get going.
Offense at a premium the last 2 drives. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there. From the 50, it's gone. He's going to flip one out here to his running back.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The Rams on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, Goff. And this is caught by Watkins. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. Goff to Watkins for a Rams 1st down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Here's Goff now on 2nd down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Good route, good pickup for 1st down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot, and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
And that 3-point tally now means we are even here toward the end of the 2nd quarter.
And what a way to end the half. Put some points on the board, feel better about yourselves as a team, and you're right back to even.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
The drive begins with a run by Dixon. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we send you now to Orlando to check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, LR. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. From the gun, Rasmussen. Docks it with a grab over the middle. A big hit. Knocked down sideways. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Throwing on 1st down. Rasmussen escaping the pressure right. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Let's go!
And he's got room. And there is a flag, so a big 2nd down pickup, but will it hold? So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Offensive mistake pushes him back. Now it's 2nd and a little bit longer.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Off the play fake. Rasmussen flushed out right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Now the attention turns back to the Rams offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell your guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll.
And this is caught at the 20. Touchdown, LA! A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Rams are in for 6. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Rasmussen. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Back to throw. Rasmussen. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
So the sack on 1st down there by the defense. And now it's 2nd down. Operating from the gun. Rasmussen over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. On 3rd and 2, Rasmussen. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
Here we go. All right, now, lucky 56.
They'll try and throw for it here. Being chased out left. It's hauled in by Doxson. And he is going to be knocked flat on his back. Oh, a big hit. Give him 18 on that one. And the Seahawks are going to have a 1st down. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. On 1st down, Rasmussen. And he rifles one incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 15 yards through the air and a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. He's to the 10. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry.
End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Josh Doxson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the play?
Because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
This is taken at the 3. And, oh, he is really laid out that time. Knocked flat on his back at the 23. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. And now here's a carry heading left. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. 6 yards here to go for the offense on 2nd down. A shotgun snap for Goff. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
On 1st and 10, Rasmussen looking deep downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. From the gun, Rasmussen. Flush to his right. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
To throw on 2nd down, Rasmussen. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Off play action. Rasmussen. He's going to look deep down the field. And he's got it. Caught in the only mustered 3 points in the first half on that field goal. They picked up the pace now. 2 third-quarter touchdowns.
Hey, you remember that appearance we had last week in front of that crowd, and they asked about halftime adjustments and all that was going on, and remember what I said. It's not always an adjustment at halftime. Sometimes just remembering the game plan and playing better, tuning it up and just working through it methodically. They got it done in this case.
And of course, I'll always remember that appearance because I had on a brown belt with black shoes, and you pointed that out in front of the crowd. So thanks for that.
I said that out loud?
You did.
Yeah, my bad.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. Now a handoff looking right. And some room to work. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That good for 19 and a first down. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Man, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So the D-line's going to spread out. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. Now Goff. Out left, he's got it to Everett. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And now a first down following that long gain. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
But you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And now here's a carry heading left. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. From the gun, here's Goff. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Watkins alone on the left side. Desperation time for Goff on 4th. And no, it's incomplete. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. And tough starting field position here. They'll start the drive with Dixon. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back. Tell him to take care of the ball and try and move forward.
It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the 1st down marker, and now it's 3rd down. And at this stage of the game, time a factor, time on their side as they just try to eke out the final precious moments of this one. Looking to throw. Rasmussen. Hard throw, incomplete.
I'm not sure we can spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds, back near their own 20. And the Rams now coming out on the field. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
Hey, a simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position we were in.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. Time starting to run out here in the 4th. This defense just trying to keep the offense off the board and preserve this potential victory. Goff on 1st down. Buying time to his left. And he slides to avoid the hit. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. To throw on 2nd down is gone. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And a big hit at the end of that one. He's knocked down hard. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. To throw. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Gerald Everett, his first touchdown on the year. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. Tyler Lockett now with a return. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Throwing to start the drive. Rasmussen. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. A great Monday night to wrap up the week in football. Two division rivals and a great finish ahead as we come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
All right, here we go.
Now on first, Dixon again. And down to the 36-yard line here. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
On 2nd down, it's Dixon. And a short gain down to about the 33. Give him 3 on the play, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to almost certainly win the football game. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And the side as they have taken the lead in the final minute. So what a finish here as they maneuver into the outside of his range. He steps up and drills it from long distance.
And Brandon, that was no gimme, was it? These kickers, though, all they want is a chance. And he knew that one was good the second it left his foot.
So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
Let's see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Back to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
So for this